With everything that's been thrown at banks and property investors, there's little wonder that prices right now are under pressure. The wonder is that it's taken so long. Think about it. Interest rates have been raised. Interest-only loans are now harder to get. Banks now insist on bigger loan deposits. Loans to foreign buyers have been restricted, and property valuations for loans are now much more conservative from banks. That's a pretty heady mixture. The results can be seen. In May, traditionally a quieter month for property prices. Prices in Sydney, Melbourne, Perth, Hobart, Darwin and Canberra were either flat or were going backwards. You can see it there. So that's house prices. But it's even worse when you look at apartments. Aside from Perth, every capital city saw average apartment prices lower. Oddly, the markets that said to be most exposed to falling prices, that's Brisbane, didn't fare so badly. It was one of the better performers. But you can see here, given their 1 month figures, that some of these falls are pretty sizable. Now, this is just 1 month, and short-term numbers tend to bounce around a bit. But there are sure signs that prices are under more pressure. Then, when you think about all the measures holding back investors especially, you kind of understand why. But government, state and federal have to be very careful trying to control the supply and demand of the housing markets, or any market for that matter. And you could see it again yesterday with New South Wales giving extra stamp duty concessions to first home buyers, increasing infrastructure spending and trying to speed up approval processes to get more housing developed. Now, they're all reasonable and good things, but there's also a doubling of the stamp duty surcharge that foreign investors will have to pay, and a near tripling of the land tax surcharge. In other words, state and federal governments are making foreign investors pay up more if they want to come and buy here in Australia. But do remember, our economy is cooling, and housing is such a big part of that growth story. Politicians have to be very careful not to kill the goose that's been laying the golden eggs. The Dow Jones up 135 points, the dollar 73 and a quarter US cents.